They're done! The bookcases are, well, my bookcases, my library is finally done. Yes, so after so long, the bookcases, my personal little library, is finally done. And today we're gonna be organizing all my books into the shelves, and I'm super excited. I'm really excited because I've had these Billy bookcases for over a year. Took forever to get them out of the boxes and then finally build them and then finally find a place in the house that it would look good, and then putting them together. I mean, at least I see like all these DIY Billy bookcase libraries, like TikToks and videos all the time, and they make it look so easy. It's just not easy. Maybe it's easy, but it is a long process. It's not easy. It took forever, and every step along the way we did wrong and had to redo, but it was my husband and I's first DIY project, so please keep that in mind. I will go over what we did, but this in no way is a how-to video because I didn't follow like a step-by-step. I just kind of went with what I thought would look good and what I thought would make sense to put them together. Again, it's just definitely not how-to, but I'm so excited that they're finally done. There are a few touch-ups that I still need to do with paint, and the holes that we made for the outlets in the back are way off, so we do need to fix those. But other than that, they're done. They're done in my head, and I'm super excited to start organizing all my books and just having like my own personal library. It's such a dream, and I know you need 1,000 books for a library. I have nowhere near 1,000 books, but let a girl dream. So I guess I'll tell you guys just a little bit. I got some clips of us actually putting them together, the bookcases, and building them and the process of it all. And I'll tell you just shortly how we did so. I bought 5 units, 4 of the regular kind, and then the one in the middle is the smaller one, like half the size of the regular. And so we built all 5. We lined them up on this wall in our sunroom area, and we do have, our house is like a little over 100 years old, so not only is our floor uneven, but our ceiling's uneven. So just figuring out all that was definitely a process, but if you're not in a 100-year-old house, then that's nothing to worry about. But we put all the bookcases together along the wall, and then my husband did do most of the work. He's over here watching me, so I have to give him credit. He sanded, because I knew I wanted to paint the inside. I didn't want to paint the shelves. I know people paint the whole thing one color and it looks really nice and really neat, but I thought it would be cool just to have the inside of each bookcase painted a color. And so I took a blue from a mirror that we have in our living room. I matched that blue, and so what he needed to do was sand the inside all down so the paint would stick. And that was a process. If you're gonna do that, you got to sand with the finest grit at the end so there's no streaks left, because when we went to paint, we painted it and there was sanding streaks, so we had to sand again. But the paint ended up looking really good. I love the blue, and I think it will be a good complement to my books. So we sanded it, we painted it, and then we put the shelves in, I think is what we did next. Then it was time to do like all the molding and the baseboard, that's the word. And so we did the molding at the top, and we did the baseboard at the bottom with quarter round, and then we took lattice, and where each bookcase came together, we went ahead and put lattice over that, so it was seamless. It looked seamless, and they look all one. And we put lattice at the ends as well. Yeah, my dad came over and helped with that. We had to use his saw to cut all the molding and everything, and the baseboards and we used a nail gun to secure everything. And then my husband went back and caulked everything, caulked the shelves and caulked the molding, and used wood putty to fill in all the holes from the nails. We had to paint all the molding white, so we painted everything white. It doesn't sound like a lot of steps, I guess, but it is. It's time-consuming steps, I guess I would say, for like first-time DIYers, first home project. But they turned out really good. Everyone, family and friends that have seen it really like it, and it looks really great in person, and I hope it's looking good on camera. And I'm really excited to start filling it. So I think what I'll do is fill, so the small one right here in the middle, I want that to be like where my favorite books go and my favorite series. So I think what I'll do is organize that first. Then we'll organize my romance, which is most of the books I have are romance, and we'll do fantasy and everything like that. And I'm also going to put all my crafting supplies, because I do reading journals and dream journals and stuff like that. So I want to put all my crafting supplies up and maybe in one of the top shelves as well. And I have little decorations to put on the shelves with my books. So I think it's going to end up looking really good. Yeah, I think it's going to end up looking really good. I already organized, so I'm not going to put my physical TBR in the bookshelves yet. That's going to be another video. So if you like this video, stick around for that one, because I have over, I'd say close to 100 books in my physical TBR, which is not a problem. Book collector, that's what I say to make myself feel better. So we'll just do all the books I've read so far, but I've already organized them the way I want them organized. I alphabetize them by the author's first name. I know it's not the usual, but it's what I wanted. And I know a lot of people will organize their bookcases by like color, and that looks so good, like having just shelves of pink books and shelves of green books and everything like that, but that just doesn't soothe my OCD mind. And so I decided to alphabetize, and I have a lot of books from I have multiple books from the same authors, because I like picking an author and reading 2 or 3 books from he or she. And so I think knowing where an author is and where their books are and having all their books together, that makes me feel good. So yeah, we'll start organizing and see how this turns out. Okay, so like I said, I want this part of the bookcase to be where like all my favorite books go. And I think I'll have romance to the right and fantasy to the left. I don't know. I haven't really decided on that yet. Another thing my husband just mentioned to me and that he wants me to mention is that he had to fill in every single hole that the shelves could be put in, which did take the longest, so I will give him credit. And it just looks so good. If you know where you want your shelves to be, then I recommend you do it and just paint over it, and it looks really good and seamless. So shout out to Duncan Dudley Graham. He's smiling. Okay, so I think it's only right that the first books in my bookcase are my Emily Henry hardbacks. I want this front and center. I want this where everyone can see. Yes, I have 3 signed copies of Happy Place. Necessary? No, it was kind of a freak accident. I do want to do a giveaway of one. Signed copy from Emily Henry. I'd love to give one away because I don't need 3, but I need people to start watching my videos in order to do so. So keep watching my videos and maybe you'll win a signed copy of Happy Place. So anyways, I think I'm literally gonna put them on in the middle shelf. You guys, this is a huge moment. This is a huge moment. Yeah, I think that looks good. I do have her paperbacks, but I don't think I'll put them with the hardbacks. I kind of wanted one standing up, but I don't think I have enough room for that. So I think they're just gonna have to go like that. I think they look good. And then I think I'll put her paperbacks in the romance section. So let's keep going. And then I think next I want to do I have 3 copies of Christina Lauren's Love in Other Words. I do want to do, in the spring, I want to completely annotate it and reread it, because I haven't reread it and it's just time, and I got the special edition with Elliot's perspective, so yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. But this is one of my favorite books of all time, and along with a lot of other people's favorite book of all time, so I think I'm gonna put it under Emily. Just have it like that. And then when I come back with like the little decorations that I have, I might like place something on top. So that one's a little more empty. And then let's see. Okay. I have these beautiful special edition Jane Austen books. I have yet to read them. I mentioned this in my last video or a previous video, that if you do want all of her novels, you can get them in a bundle on Kindle for $1.99. So I already bought that. I'm ready to go to read them, but I want to do it in the spring because I feel like that's just where she belongs. But these books are absolutely beautiful. They have the painted edges, orange, purple, green, pink, and they're really just stunning. So they have to be in the middle. Maybe they'll just go above right here. Looks so good. Okay, we're moving. A recent read for me was the Magnolia Parks series. I entered the Magnolia Parks universe, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I thought I was gonna hate it. But I ended up loving it. By the end, I gave Daisy Hates the Great Undoing 5 stars, and I do think altogether it's a 5-star series. The other books were either a 4 or 4.5. It's really the combination of the series, the book covers that I just love so much. I had to order these from the UK because they're impossible to find now. So I got these. I also have her 2 new covers, but again, I think I'll just put that in my regular romance section. I don't know. I might put it beside it and see how it looks, but I think I'm actually going to put these ones down here. That's all the series I have picked out so far. You can't see the Magnolia Parks one, the Magnolia Parks series, but that's all the ones I have picked out so far where I'm like, these are super special. I want these, like, I want everyone to see these. But I'm sure as I go through my stacks, I'll be like, well, I really like that series, or that was like a major 5-star read, so I want that to be on display. If I could put the Addicted series in one of these cubbies, I would, because it's my favorite series of all time. But it's just, what is it, like 12 books, 10 books? So it will not fit, but I'm definitely gonna, I think I'm gonna face them out when I do organize them. So yeah, I think we should move on to romance now. Okay, I moved you guys a little so you can maybe see more of the shelves. There you go, I think that's good. Okay, I think I'm gonna put romance here. And there's one other thing I did want to mention. When I was organizing and alphabetizing the books, I stamped every single one of my books. I know people have like the presses that says like your name and library after it, but I really like the stamps. My soon-to-be sister-in-law told me about them, and I found a store on Etsy that makes really great ones. So if I can still find, I've had it for a while, if I can still find that store on Etsy, I'll link it down below. But yeah, I went ahead and stamped all my books with it. And I think that just looks so great, and it's such a great like personal thing to have for your library or your books. And this is what the stamp looks like. I did blue ink. Yeah, I just think it's really great. I also am kind of thinking of a way to do like kind of like library cards. So if a friend or family member wants to borrow a book, I can have like a library card in the beginning that they can use as a bookmark, but I can see like they just write down the date and their name. And I think that's just really personal and cute to have. So when you go back to a book, if you want to go reread a book, or you're just looking through your books, you can see, oh, so-and-so read that 2 years ago, or I don't know. I just think that's a really cute personal thing to have. So I'm trying to think of like a cute library cards I could maybe make where they have to put the date that they're borrowing the book and their name. And I think that would be really cute for every book to have, or every book that's been borrowed to have. So yeah, that's what I wanted to add on. So yeah, let's grab some romance. And as I'm organizing, I'll go through books. I'm trying to think, should it be like, yeah, it should be like A to Z that way, right? Then A to Z that way still. Okay. It could be any way I want though, you know? It's my library. So I have Abby Jimenez and then Ali Hazelwood. So I think I'll put them at the very edge of the bookcase. Let's see if you guys can bring you guys up a little bit so you can see. Okay. Recent read, loved him. He was amazing. Love a simp, you know? So Ali Hazelwood. And I just pre-ordered Ali Hazelwood's new young adult book that's coming out, and I ordered a signed copy, so I'm very excited. And then next is Beth O'Leary. I loved The Flat Share. Didn't love The Switch by her. And then Carly Fortune, loved Every Summer After. Don't Meet Me at the Lake was not for me. It's kind of fun, like just going through all the books you've read and kind of remembering that time when you read it. Okay, I have Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren, which I like. I remember liking that one. And then I had The Unhoneymooners, which I liked as well. I'm afraid if I go back and reread some of these romances I read in the beginning of like my reading journey, that I won't like them anymore. So some of them I don't think I'll ever touch, and I'll just like them forever, you know? And then I didn't know I had such a big Colleen Hoover collection, but All Your Perfects was a really hard read for me. I did not enjoy it. It was a lot. Ends with Us. It starts with Us. Reminders of Him was my favorite Colleen Hoover book I've read. And then Ugly Love. It's looking so good! Okay, so I guess next is The Love Deception. Again, loved it when I read it. Don't know if I'll love it now, so she'll be staying on the shelf. Oh gosh. Okay, so we have Funny You Should Ask and Once More with Feelings. I just don't think Alyssa Sussman's writing is for me. And there are booktubers that really enjoy these books and like them, that I watch all the time. So just because they're not for me doesn't mean they're not for you. But this is the only 1 star I've gave all year, and this is the first book ever that I've DNF'd. I just don't DNF books because if I spend $15 to $18 on a book, then I'm gonna read it. So that was kind of groundbreaking. I'm starting to think I should move all these down, and I think I'm going to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move them down. I have a lot of books, but they're not gonna look like a lot when I have 5 bookcases. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start moving them down 1 shelf. Okay, and then I read the whole Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. These are the only books I've read from Elle Kennedy. They're the beginning of my reading journey. After reading like other romance series, these are not my favorite. Like once you read the Addicted series, I feel like I'm gonna mention the Addicted series often, but I mean people love them, that's for sure, so they're just not my favorite. It's cool to have them all together though. I like that, it looks so good. And then next, my queen, Emily Henry, and then I have all her paperbacks, so I'll grab those. So, Beach Read paperback of People We Meet on Vacation, which is actually my second favorite Emily Henry book after Happy Place, which I feel like is a hot take. I kind of want to place Redeeming Love out like this. Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers was forever my favorite book of all time. If you are patient, you will love this book. I think it takes a special reader to love this book, but I loved it. I loved the story. I thought it was so incredibly powerful. Yeah, I love this book, so I'd love to have it like facing out. And then I did read, my mother-in-law has given me a bunch of Francine Rivers books because she knows how much I love Redeeming Love, and so I read the masterpiece that she gave me. I think that looks good. And then I feel like no one talks about the Rosie Project series. This is one of the first books that got me back into reading, or really into reading in general. And you don't have to read all three. I would just recommend reading the Rosie Project. It's such a cute little rom-com, and they've been wanting to make a movie out of it for the longest time. Like at first Jennifer Lawrence was going to be the main girl, and now they're talking about the main guy being, oh, you guys are going to kill me for not knowing his name. It's Superman, Henry something. I'm so sorry, I don't know his name. And I know he's like everyone's favorite, but I loved this series, like love this series. And I know it's an older series, maybe that's why people don't really talk about it all that much, but I would definitely recommend it. Ugh, I just have to talk about it. Why do they do it to us readers, you know? Like why can't it just be, you know what I'm saying? It's uneven. I wish they were all so, okay, anyways. I'm getting picky here. And then the Kiss Quotient. I liked it when I read it at the time. It was definitely this like high on my spice level. Yeah, I liked it. That's next. Guys, we are just zooming through this. I think what's next is The Summer I Turned Pretty series. Very easy read. I personally found this series kind of frustrating to read. Maybe it was just too young adult for me. Yeah, I didn't love the series. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but I have so many books that I love, so. And then One Day in December by Josie Silver. Okay, I do have these new Magnolia Parks covers. Do we put it with, let's see how they look. I don't know if you guys can see, but look at that. Yeah, actually. That looks good. Okay. I think what's next is the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series, which I'm gonna put in order of, I'm gonna put them in reading order. I'm not gonna separate the Addicted series from the Calloway Sisters series. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna have them all, I want them like all facing out. Do I give them their own shelf? No. I feel like that's way too much. I need them all together. What about them this way? Will be too tall. Definitely gonna be too tall to stack them this way. Yes. Oh, they look so good all together. Okay. Doing good. So next we have Warren Asher's Dreamland Billionaire series, which I really enjoyed. I really liked this series. I don't really remember this book. Bad Cruise. I think I actually do remember. They get stuck on a cruise ship together. Yes. Bad Cruise. I think I remember liking this one. Definitely don't remember not liking it, so. Okay. Have all my Lucy Score books. So, where is it? Alright, y'all. I really liked Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I really liked it. So, at the beginning of this year, I read Things We Hide from the Light with my friend Kendall, and I just did not enjoy it, and it really disappointed me. And so many people gave it 4 and 5 stars. So because I didn't like the second book in this series, I don't think I'm gonna follow through with the third. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on my bookcase. I just have so many books on my physical TBR that I want to get to, and I just don't see myself wanting to get to Things We Left Behind. But I'm glad I have all 3. I would have bought the third one anyways, just to have the whole series. The covers are so pretty with the flowers and the pastel colors, so I'm glad I have them. And then Better Than the Movies, great young adult romance. Love this book by Lynn Painter. There we go. And then Summer of Broken Rules. I read this earlier this year. Gave it a 4 or 4.5 stars. Really enjoyed it. Ooh, this is the first shelf I really filled. That looks really good. Yay, okay. We're almost done with romance. I only have 1 stack left. So, it's looking really good. Yay! Next is, I'm not sure what this series is called. Like the Not So Meet Cute series. I loved this series. Read the 3rd one this year. Yeah, I like this. So, you guys see me down here? Move you down a little bit. There we go. I have this really cute white stool for the top shelves. I mean, it's no like bookcase ladder that I dream of in my dreams, but I think it's still cute. And oh my goodness. So I don't know if you guys do, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Kindle book every month. And I got In the Likely Event a few months back by Rebecca Yarros, who wrote Fourth Wing. I loved this book. This was a 4.5 romance. It was great. If you like, I think it's the first Army romance I read. And she does a lot of Army romance. Her husband was in the Army and she was an Army brat growing up, from my understanding. I follow her on Instagram, so kind of get to see her life. But I love this book, and it's a newer book, so if you haven't read it, I do recommend. Then I have Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. I do have Fourth Wing by her, but that's going to go in fantasy, which is weird because it's from the same author. But then I have The Hating Game. I liked that when I read it. When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. People absolutely love Sarah Adams. I wasn't like blown away by the books like everyone else seems to be. They're definitely cute. It's not like I completely regretted reading them, but and then I have all my Tessa Bailey books. So It Happened One Summer, Hook, Line, and Sinker, Secretly Yours, and Unfortunately Yours. And I don't think the best book, definitely from her in my opinion, is It Happened One Summer. And I read Secretly Yours and Unfortunately Yours this year because I liked It Happened One Summer and Hook, Line, and Sinker. But I didn't absolutely love Secretly Yours and Unfortunately Yours. Secretly Yours was actually a 2-star read for me, but yeah. Is that all my romance? We got through the romance. I think I'm gonna fill these with fantasy. And then I have like one historical fiction. Oh, what am I gonna do with my general fiction? I think I'll put my general fiction along with my fantasy because, yeah, I think that will even out everything. Because I have a lot more romance than anything else. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'll start with fantasy. I'll start with fantasy first. Okay, the first of my fantasy will be The Night Circus. I really like this one. I wish the romance was a little more heavy in this book. Like the way, I don't know, I felt like it needed to go deeper in the romance. Not just because I love it, just because I feel like the book needed it. And then, oh. I bought the box set of Cruel Prince, but I don't want, is it like sinful to get rid of the box? Is that bad? Like it has this because the books don't even fit correctly in the box. So I think I'm just gonna keep the books, throw away the box. I don't think that's bad. Is that bad? My books. My book's my problem. I loved this. I thought this was such a great idea to end the Cruel Prince series. Okay. We have the queen herself. This is also Fourth Wing. My dog chewed it. I know. He's still up for adoption. Just kidding. But I still haven't forgiven him. So I don't really know what to do with this. Like if people want to borrow my Fourth Wing, they're getting this copy. It's still readable. I read out of this one and just wanted a nice, crispy, shiny one. So I think I'm just going to put that there. And Iron Flame is coming out in 2 months. So, I mean, what do I do with her? I'll keep her. I'll keep her. That's rough. And then, I thought I had a lot more fantasy. But this is it. I think if you read Sarah J. Maas, you just think you have a lot of fantasy. I'm in the middle of Throne of Glass right now. So maybe that's why I think I've read a lot of fantasy. But I think I'm going to put these like this. They're just so pretty. I love bright colored books. I'm missing one. Am I missing one? Why do I feel like I'm missing one? I'll look into that later. Okay. So I guess next we'll do my general fiction. How do I have more general fiction than fantasy? Okay, so this is my one historical fiction. Sorry if you're missing my face. Sorry if you're missing. And I only read it. I'm not a historical fiction girly. It's usually just really sad. And this book was sad. All the Light We Cannot See, but it was beautiful. I read it because it was my mom's favorite book. And I love the shiny cover. I think I'm going to put this out just because it's special to my mom. And then I have The Vanishing Half, where the Crawdads Sing. Loved this book. Loved it. Even loved the movie, which is rare. The Enchanted April. I don't know why I read this book, but I did. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Still don't know how I feel about this one, but I love the cover. 84, Charing Cross Road, little baby book. Pineapple Street. Read it this year. Loved. Loved. It's a cute general fiction. Mary Jane. Loved. Loved. Midnight Library. I remember liking that one. I read that one a really long time ago, it feels like. Second Ending I read recently. It didn't spark anything in me. But it's not like it's a bad book. Favorite general fiction, literary fiction, I don't know. It is The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. And I have The Next Person You Meet in Heaven on my physical TBR. And I really need to get to it because this book is amazing and I recommend it. And then In 5 Years, I really liked this book by Rebecca Series. But I don't know how to say her last name, but book by same author, When Italian Summer. I actually read this a few months back, and I I didn't love it as much as her other release. But they are good short. Like, oh. I have more Sally Rooney too in my physical TBR. But you guys, are all her books, like I feel like I needed therapy after this. It was just a lot. It was heavy. Heavy for a small book. So I have Conversations with Friends, is that what it's called? I don't know if I can read it though. Maybe in the future, but Normal People, it's a little much for me. But I'm glad. I will say, I like the way she writes. Like without the quotation marks, I loved her writing style. It's just the story was a lot for me. I'm a fragile one. Nearly a 5-star read. Carrie Soto is back. And I have read Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm just gonna say, I've read Taylor Jenkins Reid's books that I love and ones that I just did not like one bit. But I loved this one. Loved. I think I'm gonna put it out actually. I really need to take the 30% off sticker. Daisy Jones and the Six, loved the show just as much. I think I gave the book 4 stars, but the book and the show and the album all together, 5 stars. Me and my husband listened to the album still, and like we loved it, and I loved the show, like all together, 5 stars. And then Convenience Store Woman, it was definitely an interesting book. I liked it, and I will never read a book that's similar because no one can write a book like that. Yeah, I liked it. Remarkable Bright Creatures was really cute. Yeah, it was, I'll just say it was a really cute read. I enjoyed it. Oh, I have more Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. Malibu Rising, did not love. One True Loves, definitely my least favorite from her. How, you can't live on a rock for 2 years. That's all I'll say. You just can't live on a rock for 2 years. There was a lot about that book that just drove me nuts. Absolutely nuts. And then The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And then Before the Coffee Gets Cold, I want this entire series. I know there's 3 more books, and I want them. This was like a 4.5 star read for me. It was so good. It's a short read. If you need to up your book count, read this book. So good. I think I'm actually gonna put it up like that down here. Okay. And then the only memoir I have is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. So bad with names. I guess I'll put that right there. It's looking good. All I have left are, book-wise, are all my I collect travel books and adventure books because I think they're fun and they help you dream, and I have my devotions and then blank journals. So I think I'll go ahead and organize that all, and then we'll get to decorations and I'll get back to you guys when I do that. I'm gonna start these journals next year. They're so cute. So I start one next year and then the next 5 years. I love journaling. I have three journals I write in every day, and then I have my reading journal, and then I have my dream journal where it's a picture collage. I'm gonna start doing videos on my reading journal if that's something you guys are interested in. I just love a good journal, and my mom got these for me last Christmas, and I forgot to start it on the 1st of January. Definitely gonna start this one on the 1st of January. I just think they're so cute. for decorations, I just have little special things that I want to put around on my books, like with my travel journals over there. I'll show you guys a close-up in a little bit, but I have like an old antique globe, which I think is really cute. And then like I have this, which my husband got me for like our 3rd year anniversary, and we've been together for 8 years now. But you look through it and there's just like different pictures of us, so I think like just these little details are really cute. So I'm just gonna keep picking stuff up. Like I have a Rubik's Cube, maybe some of my film cameras I'll throw throughout the bookcase, and yeah. My old school Polaroid. And I have this basket of yarn because I'm determined to crochet. I will learn to crochet. So maybe I should put that more with like my craft stuff. I think that's all I want to do for right now. I do want to go to Michael's and get some fake plants. I am not a fake plant person. I have over 100 real plants in this house, but I just don't want anything, like any dirt in these shelves or by my books. So I think I might just bite the bullet and get some like fake hanging plants. I'll have to show you guys my physical, like a stack of my physical TBR, because I'm going to fill that the right side of the bookcase with my physical TBR in another video. But I am so happy with how it's looking. Just to have all my books no longer on the ground in stacks, and I think it looks really good. So I'll give you guys a little closer look. Okay guys, it is the next day and I'm still in love with my bookcase. Yes, I just can't wait to fill it with more books, and I just love that they're all in one place now and no longer on the floor. It's just really exciting. It makes me want to like read 3 books today and just keep reading and reading and reading to fill it up, and I'm excited to fill the final part of the bookcase with my physical TBR. But I just wanted to thank you if you've made it this far into the video. It truly means so much. I am still learning. This is my first time editing video. This is my first time filming myself. So just thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, like it and subscribe, stick around and just watch what I guess do next. I have so many ideas for this channel and I can't wait to make those dreams kind of a reality. I'm having a blast. It kind of took a lot of courage for me to start this channel and start this whole process, and I'm so glad I'm doing it because again, I'm just having so much fun. So I just wanted to come back and say thank you. I am so appreciative and I love you guys so much, and I'm sending all of you love. So I hope you feel that, and I hope I see you guys again. I'm excited for what's in store.